I needed guard, couple meal in a porterhouse. All these nigga paper soldiers, cardboard, cut them out. I remember when.
What it do, guys? It's your boy David Rogue here, and I have been procrastinating this shit for a long time, but I'm finally going to talk about it. And it is the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger fan film. It's sort of delicate to talk about because a lot of people disliked it because like the way it was made, and the way it was made very dark, gritty. It looked like more so it could have been like a Halo movie maybe, or a Mass Effect movie because of the guns and the armor and all the stuff that was displayed in it. For those of you who haven't seen it, it is back on YouTube. It was like put down because of Saban and like his issues and a whole bunch of other people's issues with the fan film. To start off, I'm gonna talk like this. I'm gonna talk like my fan side of it, and the side that grew up on Power Rangers, the side that's seen Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and even up to now. I'm 24 years old, and I still watch Power Rangers and Super Sentai. I watch both of them. I don't just watch one, but I watch both of them, and I still watch it because it was part of my childhood. It was the biggest thing. It was like something different. It was like live action heroes that transform into suits and battle. That was something that you never seen before, like in the 90s and shit like that. And that was like very life changing and stuff like that. So I'm gonna talk like this. That was the coolest thing I've ever saw. The fan film was great. It was dark. It was gritty. It was like a what if story. What if like things really got dark? What if the evil guys was actually really evil and not just like sinister evil, but more like really fucked up evil and like all the things. It went to a more realistic approach instead of a cartoonish fantasy approach about it. Because if you face evil people, don't you think like at some point you will get killed? I mean, like you would think like at some point, and they did show one ranger in particular. From what I remember in the past, it actually died, but she actually came back at the end. It didn't make too much sense, but hey, it was Power Rangers. I was a little kid. I didn't give a fuck. It was awesome. It was on Lost Galaxy. It was the first Pink Ranger. She actually died from the Psycho Pink Ranger, which the Psycho Pink Ranger was like featured off in space, and it was like a Lost Galaxy in space team up. I think that was like pretty much like the only Power Ranger death. I think there might have been like maybe one more. I'm not sure entirely. Anyways, it was pretty dark, bleak. A lot of Rangers died. You didn't get to see like too many Rangers. You got to see like the Black Ranger. You got to see Tommy. You got to see Kimberly, and like I'm not gonna too much disclose the fan film because like I don't know, maybe all y'all haven't seen it yet, so I don't want to spoil it. I don't like to spoil too much, but if I accidentally do it, I'm sorry, but still go watch it anyways. To me, as a fan, and I'm gonna finish this part up. It was pretty good. It was awesome. I liked the way they did the versions. When it comes to superheroes and they doing a different version of a superhero, it always interests me. What predicament did they put the superhero in? They make him evil, or they make him good, or they make him like way different than he was before. Different versions don't really like make me mad or anything like that. It's very interesting what they put him in. So like this particular version of Power Ranger didn't really like get on my nerves or anything like that. It was pretty cool. I just see him use guns and shit like that. That really like feed into like my hardcore inner self that likes to see stuff like that. Likes to see the way violence are and shit like that. You never got to see Power Rangers that freaking violent, but you did get to see them in Super Sentai. I know like there's a whole bunch of other people that if you probably like click on them and you want to hear what the hell they got to say about it, they be like, oh, Super Sentai wasn't that violent. Okay, now they say that, they never watched Super Sentai. Super Sentai is used to be one of the most like really violent shit. Those Rangers that died on that shit, it was really realistic to the key, but it tweaked it a little bit nowadays. you know, a little bit more suitable for kids. And I'm gonna finish up this part, and I'm gonna get to like the other half of the shit, that I can understand what's going on with. Okay, Super Sentai is very dark. Look up Go Busters and see and tell me that's not dark or anything like that. For what I can tell, I think like there wasn't. It feels like to me they wasn't really mad because of like how dark it was. It feels like to me they was mad because they did a way better job than they could ever do with Mighty Morphin. With not a whole lot of money or anything like that. And like that, that's how I kind of feel that they did this shit like that. Now I'm gonna go to the other side of things. If I had a kid, and I'll look at it if this was my creation. Now, I can see and understand that a lot of people with kids, especially like Jason David Frank. If you don't know who that is Tommy. Yes, Tommy himself did not like the fan film due to the fact of not only he is very Christian. For those of you who don't know, he's Christian, and also he has kids and shit like that. So like, also he was on the show, and like he did the show for kids entertainment, and this is supposed to be a kids show, and then like rewriting that and making it to not a kids show was very underhanded and mean, and in their position or I don't know the word I'm looking, perspective, in their perspective and shit like that. Also, Saban was pretty upset because that was his baby, that was his creation. He brought Power Rangers from the west or east. I'm fucking up like hell. I'm sorry. From the east to over here or west. I'm still fucking up. What up? He brought it from Japan and he brought it over here. Okay, I'm not good with that shit. Anyways, bear with me on this fucking shit. My lips are so chapped. Don't jank on my lips. I'm a little thirsty. I haven't drunk anything in a while. Anyways. He turned his like baby that he made for like kids to watch, kids to enjoy, and something different for the entertainment instead of just like always watching cartoons or always watching the stuff on Nick Jr. and stuff like that. He turned his baby into like something of a monstrosity, into like something super dark, and he didn't like it, and like it just like it messed up what he was like trying to do. It felt like that, and then like doing Mighty Morphin Power Ranger probably felt like to him was like, look, man, I brought Mighty Morphin Power Rangers over here for the kids, and I didn't bring it over here for like adults to enjoy sex, violence, and all this other stuff. I brought it over here for kids entertainment to entertain kids and shit like that. So that's the look on two sides of the coin. So generally, I'm gonna give you what the fuck I feel like, and you're gonna look on this shit and you're gonna be like, okay, that's another person. I'm gonna look at it like this. That's just a different version. We all had different versions. Batman went through different versions. And like, he went through a whole bunch of different versions. Superman went through a whole different versions. Spider-Man went through a whole different versions. To me, Power Rangers are superheroes. They count as superheroes to me. They might not have comic books. Actually, they do have comic books. Yes, they do. Yes. You know what? They do count as fucking superheroes. So, like, it's fan film. It's not the definitive show. It's a fan film. It's what a fan who grew up on Power Rangers actually looked at the world differently and said, what if Power Rangers go through this shit? It's a what if story. It's not like, it shouldn't be taken seriously or anything like that. But hell, they take it seriously. Why? Because it's a kids show. Why? Because it was well done. It wasn't a piece of shit. It wasn't somebody that used a piece of shit stage with shitty ass special effects. It looked good as fuck. It looked like it will be in the theaters. It probably looked better than a fucking reboot that's gonna come out soon. I think that's the general reason why it got so much heat and shit like that. But hey, that's how shit goes. So what are you guys' thoughts on this shit? Like, do you like the fan film, or do you think the fan film was bad? It sets a bad example for a kids show, or do you think like hell, it's fan film? They should be able to do what the hell they want to do. YouTube's supposed to be a platform where we get to be ourselves, do what the hell we want to do. So leave a comment of that. Tell me how you feel. Okay, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, also do not forget to subscribe to all my friends. Pastor Gaines Ramey, Alex the Darkslayer, Citra Art. I forget one other person. I'm gonna learn his shit later on. Also, if you wish so, if you think I'm beginning to be a bit more interesting, please don't be afraid to join the Rogue Nation. Join the Rogue Nation. Hit the subscribe shit. Hit the fucking subscribe shit. Hit the like button. The fucking like button. Alright? See you guys in the next video. Rogue out.